Excellent. Okay. So welcome everybody to the second day of the Pro Trader webinar series, Mastering Trade Management. We have a great trader today. We have Robert Rother, and he is a trader with a vast amount of experience, and he's going to be looking at VWAP and the multi-brackets feature in Bookmap and go through details in here. So let's go over, Robert, your background a bit.
Yes.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and give us a bit of your background? It's
yeah. Well, I started trading at the age of 13. That was in 1995. I bought my first stocks at a local bank, and well, I became quite successful during the first couple of years. And then at the age of 17, two German guys came to me and asked me if I want to co-found an investment firm with them in Frankfurt, and I just said yes. That's always my dream. And I quit school. I have no school graduation, and I moved to Frankfurt. And actually, these two guys, they taught me how the investment and trading business is working. They're of course older, more experienced than me. They taught me everything about alternative investments, hedge funds, managed accounts, and how to trade the S&P future, and still the real S&P future on the floor in Chicago. I sold my shares a couple years later in that company because I had simply already a burnout at that age, and I was quite successful. I got a very nice sum of money for a 20-year-old guy, and then I took a little time out and I went 2004 to China, and in China I wanted to start a new life. But somehow I met a Chinese partner, Chinese lady. With her, she was also from the banking industry. And with her, I set up a second investment company in China that became also very successful, especially during the time of the subprime crisis. Actually, that was a year where my company grew from like $1 million under management to 100 million within 10 months. And then I had a team of 30 people below me, my traders who were managing our own company money and my personal money. I had my analysts, my websites, and yeah, I was getting bigger and bigger in China. Well, and if you are successful in China, then just look at Jack Ma and all the other rich guys. You get a problem. And then I was detained in May 2011 for, so to say, outsmarting the Chinese finance system. I had a website called Finance China, which was translating Chinese stock market information to English. I wanted to become something like the Bloomberg for Chinese stock market information. And if you control the news, well, you can also control the money flow, and that is something what they don't like. Even if everything was legal, I had the license and so on, but nobody cares about that. Then, well, the next 7 years and 7 months I spent in a Chinese detention center and in a Chinese prison in Dongguan, and I was released in December 2018. After I got released, I wrote a book about my life. You can see the picture here on the bottom left. Well, actually, I'm on there on top of.
yeah, sure. So just the first two here. General disclosure, all Bookmap limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. And the risk disclosure, trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. So great intro. Robert, take it away.
Okay, good. Perfect. Then I will simply go back 1 or 2 slides to repeat it. At the beginning, I want to tell you something about how can one make a living from trading without risking their capital. Yeah, we have this opportunity of prop firms in recent future. They popped out, and they are a new special way of how you can actually start your trading career without having a lot of own capital. Yeah, that was a huge requirement when I started. You must have a lot of capital to start day trading. And this is not existing anymore. We have the prop challenges which you can start for little money, and if you really mess up your trading at the beginning, which is absolutely normal, I can tell you I also got some margin calls in my life as I started trading. That's simply part of the business. to learn. And if you actually use prop firms and you screw up your trading, doesn't matter, you only lose the challenge fee, which is basically as low as $30. So you can actually not ruin your life. And I saw many stories about this in the past where people actually lost everything, family, friends, and totally screwed up. And this does not have to be the case anymore. This is why we have prop firms. And I said they promise you if you pass the challenge that you get funded. That is not correct. And actually this is a very good marketing part, because if you manage capital for someone else, you need a license. You must be SEC regulated or BaFin regulated. You must be a certified asset manager. Though they found a sort of loophole. We actually had this loophole also in Germany already 20 years ago. You simply, if you pass the challenge, you become something like a signal provider. If you click, you give them a signal, and you get paid for that. Yeah, that is a way around. So actually you're not getting a funded account. You're simply a signal provider. But it doesn't matter, as long as they pay you, as long as the system is working and they are fair, which according to my experience are most of the prop firms, it's a way how to start and learn trading. I do not like paper trading. Paper trading doesn't make any sense for me because the emotions are not involved. And this is what completely changes the trading. But with prop firms, we can actually learn to trade and even make money with with real emotions, you know. And then you're very close to trade your own capital. And what I'm going to tell you right now is the risk management and trade management strategy is tailored for a challenged account. Do not use it for your private or for your own capital or for funded accounts, because this probably will kill you. And I'm actually betting to destroy some challenge accounts to get funded. That's part of the game. In yesterday's webinar, I also watched it from JTrader. He explained the correct way of how to manage your own capital. These are two different things. So if you want to learn more about this, watch yesterday's webinar, which is great, amazing, from JTrader. But today I want to give you a new approach. Well, we are here to learn and to look at new ways of how to become a successful trader and make a living out of this. And well, like I said, it's only for trading challenges of prop firms. There are many out there. I don't say any name right now. You can just Google for it. And well, basically you can start as low as $30. Yeah. For me, it's like a bet on passing an account. For example, we have on one company, you can get a 50K account. Like I said, 50K, you will never get 50K in that way. You simply have the value of 50K, or you can trade up to 10 mini contracts, or not 1,000, 100 micro contracts. And you have a trailing drawdown of $2,500 and a profit target of $3,000. That's a fair game, yeah. But there is one hook, that is a trailing drawdown. I will get into that later, but to risk $2,500 to make $3,000 is a fair approach. If you cannot achieve this with trade management, you should never ever start trading your own capital, because you will not be successful. So now, since I know these numbers, $2,500, $2,500 and $3,000, I can get in a new trade management. For example, I know I risk 10% or more of my drawdown limit per trade. This is risk per trade $250. So actually I have 10 shots to reach this 3K. If I don't reach this, which will happen quite often, you simply lose the $30 for the challenge. Doesn't matter. But if I actually pass, then I get a funded account and I can start trading money, and I get up to 90% profit split. So if you make $1,000, you get 900. That's a very cool game, I must say. On the other side, I have a potential profit per trade of $500, which is like a reward to risk ratio 2:1. And how I achieve this, or what is my strategy, I will tell you later. How to detect these short-term trades. I also have traders who actually do not use any stop loss at all. There's one guy in our community, Bernd. He's trading the NQ, he's funding one account after the other without using a stop loss, and with very small profit targets. It's complete reverse of what a JTrader told you yesterday. Complete the opposite. But you have to go this way to actually find the loophole or the rabbit hole, like also someone said, to beat the trading drawdown, because that is what is killing you basically. Again, we have to achieve $3,000 profit, required successful trades, 6 to 7 consecutive profitable trades, and you are funded. Quite easy, yeah. And well, you only risk the entry fee of $30, yeah. Well, it's a very aggressive strategy to get funded, and that is my point. My only point is to get funded, and then well, go back and watch J Trader's trading risk management strategy to be long-term successful. And now here's the hook on that, the trailing drawdown. Yeah, it's if you have a position and the position is open and you have the open P&L, your position moves $1,000 in profit, and then the position goes back to like $100 profit and you close it. So your account is moving, let's say, from 50,000 to $50,100. Now your drawdown is according to the highest peak of your open balance. So your position was $1,000 in profit, so you were at 51,000. Now you deduct $2,500. So your threshold, your drawdown, is not at 75,500 anymore, but 48,500. Yeah. So you actually reduce your trailing drawdown, and that is what most of the people is getting killed. You cannot let positions run for a long time. I will show it to you later when we look at Bookmap and see some real trade examples. You have to make a lot of small profits to grow your account slowly up to $3,000 profit. Because if you let your profits run and you get the pullback, which you have, your drawdown will become smaller, smaller and smaller, and it will be impossible actually to pass the challenge. It's complete reverse way of thinking to pass challenges, and I will go into that later. There are also other accounts with a static drawdown where you have, let's say, like you have a $100,000 account and you can lose $625, but you have a profit target of $2,000, and this is fixed. This will not change or not move. Also one way. But most of them, they choose a trailing drawdown because it's faster, you can trade more contracts, but there you completely have to reverse engineer your risk management, what just taught you. Yeah, Alexander, there are a lot of firms, exactly. There are a lot of prop firms, so you have to understand these ways of trading and how to get funded as fast as possible, yeah. So now we're coming to the VWAP, volume weighted average price. This tool or this benchmark I'm using since I started trading actually, and there's a reason behind it. There's also the formula for the VWAP. For me, first of all, it's not an indicator, it's a benchmark. And why it's a benchmark? As I had my investment company in China, we most of the time had huge positions to trade in the stock market. I always say, as an example, there is a stock with a daily trading volume of 10,000 shares. Now my order is that if we want to place 100,000 shares. So I cannot just say buy market. If I say buy market, the price will be incredibly expensive and I would simply pay too much. So we have to find a benchmark which is actually showing the trader what is a fair price. And for this, there is the VWAP. If you buy around the VWAP, most of the time you have a fair price, and well, you can say, okay, the market is moving up, but we are buying according to VWAP. This is our benchmark, and according to this benchmark, traders are getting paid. They are not like us. In my company, also the traders were not trading on profit. Some of them did, the prop desk, but the others, they simply had to execute trades to get the cheapest price. And now the question is, what is the cheapest price? That is, as a benchmark, you take the VWAP. If you have a VWAP of 100, let's say, for a stock and my trader is buying always at 99, $99.5, well, then he's buying below market value. And the spread between the VWAP and his execution price is his profit. And now, what is this telling us? So if the market goes to VWAP, something is going to happen. And this is what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for this thing to happen. And nowadays, there are not traders anymore who do this manually. There are algos who are doing that. So I know if the market is going to VWAP, algos are going to start to buy or to sell. Something is going to happen. And this is my niche in trading. This is where I want to get my few ticks out of the market to trade. Like I said, why use VWAP, price benchmark, trading volume, institutional use, technical analysis. Anything is happening around VWAP. Similar to the point of control if you are a volume trader and look at that. But for me, the VWAP is even more aggressive or more important than the point of control because it's interactive, and I know that algos are going to, well, buy around it, and I always have there nice proof of that. This is simply, I have the link here, people know this, I am not making this up, MicroStrategy case study from December 2020. You're not going to find a lot of information about that, but there are information out there if you use it. And in this doc, MicroStrategy is explaining how they actually execute large orders. In Bitcoin, for example, this is now an open case study, and well, you will find VWAP, which is as a benchmark, and that they actually execute like 200,000 child fills, less than 0.3 Bitcoins. Yeah? And the similar case is happening in all the future markets. So if I know this, if I have this information, I know what the algos are looking for. And this is what I'm simply going to use and want to trade. And then the anchored VWAP is actually the same thing like the VWAP, just you have an individual starting point. I will also show you this on trade examples later. You can add the anchored VWAP on high, lows, events, volume, session, official trading hours, or the day, exchange traded trading hours. If you trade, for example, if you live in Europe and you trade during the day or before official market opening, use the day VWAP, and well, you get a feeling for that market and you know that something is going to happen around it. So if you have any questions, just put it here in YouTube and whatever. So now we have here the NQ. Well, I just, this is an example from today. Yeah. We have a low in that day, and these are always simple trades. Basically, this is also the NQ with the Trader Map Pro, so we can filter this the noise in the order flow. We look at, we have a bottom, we have a low. Yeah, I started to put an anchored VWAP here. So somehow people are trying to buy. Now, if you are an institutional trader and you want to get all your money into the market, you cannot simply just place all your orders here. So you must have a benchmark. You're going to start to buy. But then where is a fair price to buy? Well, I'm going to scroll into that. We see, I assume that was the bottom. I don't know. I will actually draw the anchored VWAP and most of the bottoms that I can get. And I will even create more anchored VWAPs. I assume, if I have now, let's say, a bigger market analysis here, I make my top to bottom analysis, I have special support and resistance zones. So now I don't know if the bottom is here, but where can I enter? So I simply wait. I know I put anchored VWAP here and I'm waiting that the market is going up, and I will, the aggressive way to get into that market is if I basically see something like this. I call it the black hole, vacuum, market is going up. That was for me the first aggressive buying power, the trend change, and then when should the algos start to buy again? They wait that the prices will come back to VWAP, where my entrance point would be here, and then the market is riding. If I cannot get the entrance here, I do not want to buy when the market makes a breakout. I'm personally not a breakout trader, because if I enter the market here, where should I place my stop loss? I should place it below here. That's a too big risk for me. I want to enter the market here and have a very short stop loss of like 5 ticks, 8 ticks. And then I will assume that buying pressure is coming into the market, and I actually will already take my first profits here. This is where multi-brackets is important for me. If I have a small account, I basically do not want to get the big hit. I'm just happy if I risk like 5, 6 ticks that I get my 12, 15 ticks out of the market, and I'm fine. This is my scalping strategy, and then I have a risk to reward ratio from 2 to 1. Now if this is actually very fast, you must know this is now 18, this is like in 1 minute. You know, you really must be a very fast trader and very focused to catch these moves. But you don't have to. We know that we have this move and the market is continuing. So I simply follow the line. I can see the market is moving up, little market sweep here, and market makes a pullback, but it cannot go to the VWAP here. Okay, I cannot get an entrance. So I know the market will continue, so I add another anchored VWAP here. And I wait. What is going to happen? Valid entry point would be here.
I'm sorry, Robert. We've got an issue here. All of a sudden, your YouTube stream is showing, or we hear quite an echo. I don't know if you have multiple YouTube windows open or something. I don't know what changed. Just a moment. Yeah, is it okay now?
Better? No, maybe. Let me see, I think now it should be, the microphone is on, desktop is out. Now it was fine, still fine, Doc Leon? I'm just saying something, just give me feedback. No. That is, let me,
I think it's okay. It looks like it's okay now. So let's go with that. And guys, just keep us informed.
Yeah. Good now. Okay. Good. Then yeah. Then it should be okay now. Now it's good. Yeah. You know, that's live, and sometimes we even started before that, and well, we are not expert. We are traders. I always say this. We are not streamers. Actually, even if I like it a lot. So to go back to this example here in the NQ, bit louder. Yep, good now. Okay. Well, anyway, we will also make longer. Don't worry about that. I have no other appointments today. Demo trader, yeah. Okay, let's go back to that example regarding anchored VWAP. Bruce is very loud and Robert is very quiet. Okay. Please start by the smart money. Okay, well, let me go back to this trading example here. Actually, that's the first one. This is the anchored VWAP, and you basically can edit if you choose any point, and you simply click your with your right mouse, create anchored VWAP, and the VWAP will be created. These are these white lines. Why I entered this VWAP here? Basically, I'm speculating that this could be the bottom. We have liquidity levels which show us, okay, it's fine, maybe we have hit the bottom, but I don't know. Really, it's just a gamble, you know. So I place the VWAP here, and then I'm always looking to find these black holes. I will also show you examples in the oil future later and the ES, where you can trade these things very smoothly. Like this black holes here, and I know buying is coming, and I don't know when to enter. I simply assume, according to my own research, that the smart money is buying their positions according to VWAP. If they buy around VWAP, it's a fair price. If they buy here at this point, it's too expensive in that moment. So they are waiting that the money is going back to the VWAP, and then the algorithmic trading is starting to enter the market. Here we have also this black hole here. Yeah, market is coming back, hitting the VWAP, and the buying pressure is coming into the market. Well, this is a very short-term cycle, yeah, and if you catch these trades, you really must be very focused. But you don't have to be that focused. You can simply wait. You can even get better confirmations. We know the market is moving in our directions. VWAP is moving. We have a market sweep here, which basically shows the end of this buying frequency, and the market will go into a range and makes a consolidation. Normally, I would expect that the market goes back to VWAP, where I could enter and the new buying frequency will start. But the market didn't do that. Instead, the market continued, and I simply draw a new anchored VWAP here as a new point to actually follow the trend. I could have an entrance point here. If I have a very low stop loss, maybe I would be triggered, or maybe I would be in the market. That depends on, but we can see the market is stopping around VWAP. The next buying pressure is coming. And these moves are what I am aiming for. So actually, if I know that this buying, we can see it very nice, always call it the pearls, that are coming in. These are orders, in my point of view, my understanding, these are algorithmic orders that are coming into the market to actually get filled. Then basically I would be out of the market here already. Yeah, this is my take profit. And this is where I will explain multi-brackets later to actually optimize your trading performance. And now again, market is moving up, and when does the buying is going to start again? At VWAP. And you can see, you basically can place your order exactly at the VWAP or one tick before. There are either two ways. The market is starting to continue in your direction, which is normally the case, or the market will break. So that is ideal for me to know, because I don't need to have a big stop loss. My stop loss is simply few ticks below the VWAP. Either the market will make a move in my direction, or it will break. If it breaks, okay, I lose my 5, 6, 7 ticks. But if I am on the right side, you can see you get these big moves. You can get high risk to reward ratio trades with multiple R's, like JTrader explained. And then you simply continue this way. You can now, if you have this aggressive trend, you can come and you see everywhere, each time the market is touching the VWAP, a new buying impulse is activated. So you simply can go here and create a new anchored VWAP. Now it takes some time to load it. And we can see we entered the VWAP here. And if you really did not catch the trend at the beginning, well, you can see market is moving. If we go into the micro view, VWAP touch, we have this black hole, I always call it. We can also put it a little bit more like this. This emptiness, if I have this, the market is touching VWAP entry point. Market is moving in my direction. And well, market is continuing, retest VWAP. And then we can see that there are aggressive buying orders coming into the market. These are the algo trades, according to my knowledge. Of course, I cannot prove it, but it's simply what I believe. And this is my entrance point, stop loss somewhere here. I know this move is coming and I'm basically out of the market here with my first lot. And that is my risk to reward ratio. Here, here, and the market is continuing. Of course, sometimes you wish to take the big move, yeah, to catch the big trend, but normally I don't know that. And that is not my scalping business. And for this, basically bracket orders come into play. Now, if I can trade like 3 lots, as an example, 3 contracts, I would enter the market here, stop loss is here. My first 2 lots I would take out here with my multi-bracket order, and the third lot I would keep running here. And I would simply put my stop loss always a little bit higher until I maybe get basically below the lows, or if I run into a big resistance zones, I simply take it out. Yeah. And now we can see that we reached the high. Well, I don't know if that is the high or not. I simply assume that this could be a high, so I enter another VWAP and I would wait. Well, we see the market is going down, 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 down. Liquidity is coming here and is almost moving to the VWAP. Maybe you could take this trade, maybe not. That would be a short opportunity. But at the end, I can see there is no huge selling pressure coming. So most likely my stop loss would be break even, yeah, and I would simply wait. What I want to see is these pearls. Market comes to the VWAP, pressure is coming into the market. And what we can see here, these 3 VWAPs are still from the lows. They are still respected here. Buying pressures coming in. But on the upside, this one is also respected. Selling pressure coming in. So now both sides are struggling. Yeah, somebody wants to sell, someone wants to buy. And then we have also this market sweep here. Yeah. And somehow always it's fascinating to me, where did the order stop? Exactly at the VWAP from the bottom. Exactly here. And really, if I trade, I simply move my limit buy orders in this case according to VWAP, and I'm waiting for these sort of market sweeps to catch them directly at the VWAP price with a very low risk. Either I get this trade and the market is getting immediately buying pressure, or I'm out. That is somehow simple trading, but for me it's also, yeah, how to detect VWAPs, how to detect the algos. And we can see the VWAPs always have sort of respect of the market, yeah, of the price. We can see this one, market moves up. Where does the market stop at VWAP? Continuing, continuing, continuing. Somehow this seems to be fair prices. And again, the next market sweep, the ES, where did the prices go? In this VWAP area. They are great support and resistance zones. Especially for me, as more VWAPs are coming together, as stronger this zone will be. Again here. And as long as the market is moving above VWAP, we are still in this uptrend. And we can see with time the VWAPs coming together, respected here. You simply wait, market makes a correction, buy here, and you get this move. Let's continue. Now we can see the market is still rising, so we could actually enter a VWAP here. Let's see what's going to happen. Takes a second. Oh yeah, what a surprise. Where did the market make touched? Actually, again, price at VWAP, and we have this sort of correction. And these small moves, that is my business. Yeah, that's my daily business. That's my niche. To catch the long trade, it's not my main business. But according to multi-brackets that we can use, which I will show you later in some trade examples, can make my life easier so that I actually can catch these moves, or at least ride a little bit longer on the trend, yeah, to get a better risk to reward ratio. So now this is now a simple example for the NQ. And well, another example is we can see the liquidity here, yeah. But let's assume we have a top here. So I create an anchored VWAP. And well, let's wait a second. Oh yeah, what a surprise. I assume now, I gamble, yeah, that this is now the end of the trend. So I can see the market is always going below VWAP. Well, and now we have the combination that we have liquidity here. We have the anchored VWAP from the top here. What did the market do? Hit the VWAP, sell off. So I would short here, stop loss probably above liquidity, and take out my first lot here, and well, let the other one go. Now what we can assume, where will the market go? Probably fetching the liquidity and maybe even going to the VWAP. And then we can see if the market goes to the VWAP here, if the upwards trend is still valid or not. So now let's look into another market, one of my favorite markets, that's the ES. And for the ES, there are important things for me. First of all, I'm using here, and I will show you this, a configure add-ons. I will also show you some trades here. These are demo trades. These are no real money trades, but since the topic is also multi-bracket, I also want to show you how am I going to use it. Now I'm first checking here for market price, where we have our multi-brackets set up. Here, multi-brackets, and these are my configurations for the multi-brackets. If you don't have multi-brackets, you simply have to go to manage add-ons and well, simply find the right thing and install it. So for the ES, what is my trade management for multi-brackets? And right now, this is going to change from volatility to volatility. If you want to know how to manage your trades or what you can expect, the most important indicator or market for this is the VIX, the volatility index. Right now, we have a volatility index of 16, 17. Actually, it's very low compared to the last years. I mean, during the last months, we were even lower at 13 to 14. Which is a very quiet trading, but who knows, last year we had 30, 40, 50 VIX, and then you have very aggressive volatile trading. Right now, what is working for me, what I can expect to get in the ES are 12 ticks. If the market is touching VWAP, I assume that the market can move 12 ticks into my direction, and then I'm out with 2 contracts. But sometimes the market is still continuing moving, and I want to take more of that trend. Yeah. So I have a third contract. I simply add here 20 ticks. So if the third contract also gets filled, I have a much better reward to risk ratio, and I can catch a larger part of the trend. But the probability that I can get the 12 ticks is much higher for me than getting 20 ticks. Maybe sometimes this is going to change. I will also only have 10 ticks, yeah, and here maybe 18 ticks, or I will have 15 ticks and here maybe 30 ticks. That depends on the volatility of the market. On the other side, I have my stop loss, and for all 3 contracts, it's only 5 ticks. Yeah, really, this is how I trade CES. 5 ticks, I'm not willing to risk more. Because either way, for me the market is getting the pullback and the algos are going to start buying or selling at the VWAP or not. So I don't have to risk more. Because if the market breaks through VWAP, it's a change of trading. Then the trend is over. So I want to catch this opportunity. There are many sayings or phrases you should not trade. Let's say you should not catch a falling knife and so on. Yeah. But I am simply not doing that, catching a falling knife. Actually, I am trading according to the trend. I assume buying started. And then when the pullback is coming, the algos are continuing to buy. I do not want to buy when the breakout is there, because that's too late for me. And then I cannot use a 5 ticks stop loss. If you ever try to buy a breakout, yeah, you need aggressive orders. Actually, you must go market into to trade, to buy. And then I'm already 1 tick behind, because I have to buy the bid. Sorry, I have to buy the ask, yeah. And I'm already losing 1 tick. And then it cannot work. Very seldom the market simply goes into your direction and then the pullback will come. So it's not a turnaround. I want to figure out when the algos are going to get into the market. And then I just assume that they are programmed, right now it's still working like this, according to VWAP. And so I'm simply trying to enter the market. And I'm going to look, of course, to confirmations. Where is liquidity? Where are support and resistance zones in the long term? Yeah, I make my daily analysis here with my settlement prices, opening price, point of controls. Always very, very important zones to actually determine the turnarounds. Also here, point of controls that I am drawing in from a longer short of time frame. Simple analysis. This I have in my short-term trading. Yeah, you can see all these zones are in my big picture, and then I'm going to actually enter. We just started this now. These zones. I have here my personal cheat sheet. Yeah, where I enter the initial balance high, low, etc. to get a feeling for the market. And now we're also actually adding this directly into Bookmap through cloud nodes. I am entering the price levels which are important for today into the cloud nodes, so I don't have to look at the chart mostly. I have it here on my left side. Very simple, efficient way to actually see your support and resistance zones on the right side. Find your own way how you want to decorate this, but since we have a very strong market today, yeah, it overrun most of my support and resistance zones. So if I do this now privately, there is a lot more lines in it. Now, important, where to enter the VWAP. This was also before market opening. Same thing here like the NQ. Look at that. Market made a bottom. Where should I enter? I don't know. Oh, very good. Where did the market go? VWAP. Entrance here. And you can catch these moves. And then basically I'm out. Or where does the market simply stops? Really, and these are the trades that I love. And I did not plan this, you know, and just I entered the VWAP before and I did not look at it. The market simply touches the bottom and the market is moving into this direction. It is very simple. And you don't need risk. Either the market, the algos are starting to buy, or you are out. Don't need to have a huge stop loss. Same here. Probably if you would also trade here, yeah, you would have a loss. But with a reward to risk ratio from 2 to 1 or even better, you take this trade and you take this trade. Here you lose, here you make money and you are made a profit. As simple as that. And now let's have more deeper view on a special day trading. And you can make these trades every day and you can make dozens of trades. I did not prepare any trading examples from the past. I did not. I don't want, because I simply want to show you that this is valid every day. There are days when it's working better than others, totally normal, but you have valid trading ideas in different markets. We will also go to oil. Oil is like this market on steroids, yeah. I have to say this. This is really crazy. But we are going to that later. Now I want to show you how I trade the ES. The anchored VWAP is one strategy. And now I simply put the anchored VWAP at high or lows. You can also put, which is very efficient, the anchored VWAP when we have news release. Mostly it's like 2:30 p.m. Central European time. This is like 1 hour before market opening in New York. Then the news releases are coming. And then if you see a big reaction, the market is jumping up or down, you simply add an anchored VWAP at that time. And you can see if the market is jumping into one direction, you will see it will come back to VWAP. Now the question is, why is this happening? Because there are traders who buy according to news, especially pension funds, for example. They know, okay, this news release is good for the long time period of the economy. I don't know, I'm not an expert of this, I'm not judging this. I'm simply saying that they want to get into the market. And of course, they cannot go with all their position size into the market. This is why we have this crazy breakouts. So they will probably put like 20% on that news release if the news is correct. And then they have to add another 70%. And then they will do this if the market is coming back to VWAP. At least the algos are doing that. So now let's have a look here. Let's see if there are some questions here on Discord. Oh, many people. And one short second before we go into the next. So now let me see basically how many people are here on YouTube. Now, but we can at least add some likes here. Yeah, so put some more likes on YouTube, and I think there are no more issues, so everything should work fine. Mabi, you'll get wrecked by trading and VWAP if the market is not trending. Well, yeah, that is Mabi. It's correct, but here's also again the case. What is your target trading the VWAP? Like I said, my target is not to catching the huge move of 20 or 30 points. My target is simply to catch the algo buying of like 10 ticks, and also mostly in sideways rotation markets is possible. And this is something what I want to show you now without testing it, without proving it. We have certain VWAPs here, event VWAP, 22nd. Now we take this one here as session VWAP. This is my 23rd, 3:30. That's Central European time. I make it in pink. These are my bands. First and second deviation. For anchored VWAPs, which I place in high and lows, I do not use a standard deviation. I'm only using this for the session VWAP, which starts at the official opening hours. And onto this, I want to go into more detail. Now I have to put some VWAPs out here. This one, this one, this one. 22nd can all be released. Okay, now we have here the VWAP starting at opening hours. And I'm also, for one moment, probably, there is a lot about these iceberg things. I love them, you know, they're great tools. So now we have market opening here 3:30. I will just simply explain to you what is going to happen during the market opening, during the first couple of minutes. What am I looking at? We have an opening. The market makes a correction to the anchored VWAP from the low of the exchange trading hours. And we already can see here in a small range, how does the market move? Always moves between first and second standard deviation. Yeah, touch, going up, touch, going up, touch, going up. Touching exactly, also why is the market stopping here? Exactly on the line of the standard deviation. That's the VWAP. Sorry, it's a session. This SIG line is a session VWAP, and this is the standard deviation. Exactly stopping here. So I want to get a feeling for that during the first couple of minutes. How is the market respecting the VWAP and the standard deviations? We can see here market respected it. These are no trading opportunities right now because it's simply too small. So I wait. I just want to get a feeling for it. So we go to first standard deviation. Market is stopping, going to VWAP, going back, going around VWAP, going standard deviation, going VWAP, going here, and always stopping exactly at VWAP. So we can see something is happening here. Transactions are being done at that price level. Then going back to first standard deviation, testing VWAP, sell off to the longer time frame anchored VWAP. If we continue, we can see market around VWAP, standard deviation, touch back to VWAP, and then that is then around 10 minutes into the game, 10 minutes into the play of the market opening, the reaction will come. Market is moving, This is very nice, but why, I'm asking you, why is the market going back to VWAP and then the buying pressure is being initiated? If there is not something, I don't want to say magical, if there is not something happening around these price levels. I do not, well, I don't misunderstand me, but mostly VWAP is more important to me than price structure. Simply, according to my trading style, it is something going to happen there. Where, like I said, somebody wrote here, every trader's knowing VWAP. But I only know few people who really can trade the VWAP. I'm doing this now a couple of years. And I can only say, if you plan your trade management according to these small pullbacks at VWAP, you can make a living from it. I'm not talking about catching the big trend. You can do that if you use, for example, a VWAP like starting at the first of the year, especially if you trade stocks. Amazing for trading stocks. Stocks are sometimes very, very accurate to VWAP trading, especially for long-term investments. If you want to do something for your retirement plan, if you want to buy an Amazon or Google, when should you buy it? Simply wait until it hits the VWAP of the bottom from Corona low, for example. So which prop firm work with Bookmap? Forex live trading. Actually, every prop firm that has a Rhythmic data feed works with Bookmap, and that is a requirement. So if you have a prop firm, you must book the data feed. If they offer Rhythmic, you can basically connect to Bookmap. And you can also go to connections, configure what we have here, add connection. Okay, we go here maybe, platform, Rhythmic. You can choose anything, I know Apex does anything that has Rhythmic. Yeah, you can system here, Apex for example, what I'm using, Funded Futures Network, Lilo, MAS Capital, Neuro Street Funding, yeah, so Speed Up, the Trading Pit, Top Step Trader, Trade, Funder, Profit Trader. You can see here system, yeah, and well, why not using that possibility without risking your own capital? At least risking a small fee to start to learn trading and even have the chance to get funded. So now we have here again the standard deviations and what I like to trade. Okay, this is again a very, well, I just entered this. I did not look at it, you know. The market makes this big up move at 15 minutes into the game, made the correction, bombs. Where did the market hit? Well, exactly VWAP. And then this move is my money. Then if I use multi-brackets, I can even take a longer hit on that trade. Then what am I going to trade? Today we are more or less in a trend today. I like to trend the standard deviations. For example, I would enter here and exit here. That would my goal for my third contract. And also basically I would also expect to trade a reverse here. Maybe I would take a short, really, but I would lose here, no problem. Then I would think that the market will, if the market breaks through here, the market will go to the second deviation. And I would again assume a short here. I would take a short. You see the market only 2 ticks above. Valid short. Where does the market go? To the other standard deviation. So you take your profit here and you go long. The market goes into this direction. Here my first 2 lots, I would take my profit after 12 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, would be very narrow. Maybe then I probably would be break even, I don't know, but then I would be out. But at least I know this move is coming, so I know my trading strategy is valid. And that is what is the important thing. And I like this move, when they go up and go down, you take it. If I would go again long here, basically not. There is a simple rule for that. I like to trade the first touch. If there is a second touch, then most likely we will end up in something like this. And I think that was also mentioned from Mabi. Then you get into this sort of accumulation around VWAP. And then it can become messy. What I want to know as a simple rule, we make a new high, fall back to VWAP, you can enter. If you if you don't make a new high here, let's say if this market doesn't go up to here, I wouldn't trade another retest here at that moment. Now let's see if we can fetch other trading opportunities and to see the multi-brackets working. Okay, now like I said, these are demo trades. This is no real trading. I simply want to show you how multi-bracket is going to work. Now we have VWAP here. And I assume the market is going to here. So I simply go to the right, assume, send. Then you get this order, warning multi-bracket add-on is enabled for the rhythmic. Keep multi-bracket size. So I'm entering the market with 3. And now do not, you don't need to wonder, if the order is executed, you will see that the stop loss is below and the take profits are in the market. So to make it a little bit more interesting, I also would expect that we maybe go to this zone, but maybe we have a retest to the standard deviation. So I add another order here. And now let's see what's going to happen. Call it a range play. And then basically I really place my order at VWAP. Maybe it will take a little moment, but I think the market should make a quick move to the liquidity zone and then here. And if you really go nicely into Bookmap, you can really, that's maybe something what can be, if I, well, question Bruce and the tech team, if I really scroll in and I have this now into my size like I wanted, I cannot move my order. Yeah, that's maybe something to which we can improve. Then I have to go into this way, I have to scroll down, and so I have to be a little bit more precise. So put it this way, I can manage that. But since my
you can hold down the shift key if you hover over the price ladder.
Okay.
So no, go to the current market.
Okay.
Click on the arrow, yeah.
Yeah.
And then hover, yeah, and then hold on to the or hold down. I'm sorry, the control button.
Control, yeah.
Yeah, and then you can scroll down, up and down.
Ah, okay, good. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
always learn something new. Thank you. So now let's see what's going to happen if we can catch here this order to as a demo trade. Does it work also in the EU or only the index and stocks? Forex live trading, what exactly do you mean? The prop firms, they work anywhere. Well, I'm also EU resident. There's no problem, but well, if you want to get a payout, I recommend that you have a US company and let just simply leave your money in the United States and don't put anything to Europe. It's even tax-free. So now we got entrance here. We can see there is a stop order. We have the two orders here, well, the two contracts after 12 pips, and we have the limit order after 20 pips. And now we have the multi-bracket order executed. I can also go around, move my stop loss. Yeah, I can move this one a little bit up, a little bit down. This one, even I try with the third contract, I try to get as much as possible. So if I see the market is coming to here, and maybe we have the VWAP here, I probably would also pull it down, yeah, to let the market run a little bit. So now we are stopped out. The zone did not hold. Now we have a change of trend. So very simple trade management, yeah. The cool thing about brackets is who has facing sometimes emotional conflicts. You enter the market, stop loss is set, take profit is set, and you simply go away. Yeah, you just make sure your limit is at the right side, and then just leave the computer once the order is executed. I know there are many people who simply do not even take a stop loss, do not set a stop loss, do not set a take profit. I believe a take profit is very important for day trading because most of the time the trend is not unlimited during the day. The market will go up and then somehow will go down again. So you have to consider that. And so you have to take reasonable take profits to build up your performance, and especially for people who want to do the prop firm trading. Yeah, that's now an example. We have this big move. Yeah, you can say, yes, I'd simply buy and let my position run with 3 contracts. But we already said we have this trailing threshold. Yeah, like here, for example, you go into the market, you have an open profit, let's say like 2K or 2.5K if you have too many contracts, 3 or 4, and then the market is coming back to VWAP. You're still in profit with your position, but most likely your trailing threshold, your trailing drawdown, hit the limit. You make 2.5K profit, market is coming back like 2.4, and you're still 100 profitable, but then your drawdown is only $100 left. So if you want to pass a challenge, you must take a lot of small profits. You can leave your stop loss basically 2.5K. Just leave it like that and always take small profits, so you build up a steady performance. Because if you go too big into profit with one position and you get the pullback, you will minimize your chances. It's completely insane, but it's a reverse. Condition. And probably this is why the prop firms engineered this. You learn certain things, the trading industry, which are basically correct, yeah. They just do the opposite, and so you get screwed with the basic trading approaches. Counterintuitive. Yeah, exactly, Jason. That's the correct word. Counterintuitive. Intuitive. Forex live trading. Yeah, you can trade Forex. Especially I'm trading a lot of Forex markets. Yeah, I like Euro, US dollar. I'm using also VWAP the same way like I trade here. I'm also like to trade Forex markets. But not on this very short term cycle. I'm really trading Forex more on a 15-minute or 30-minute or 1 hour time frame. So it's more swing trading in the Forex markets. How important is the time frame you trade? Mark Sanders, time frame, I'm really trading very day trading. I'm really a scalper. I would say that I cannot hold my positions for too long. I cannot take a move from here to there. My character is not able to do that. I'm getting too nervous. So you have to figure out that for yourself. My trades basically in the ES are like 1 minute to 2 minutes or 3 minutes, then I'm in and out. And that is what I like. Very seldom I take longer time frames, longer trades, and that. Just for me, my niche, my edge is to discover the algo trading. And if I figure that out when the algos are starting to buy, these are always a short impulse from here to there, from here to there. And if I see this, I'm happy. That's my daily business. With this, if you go here on a Bookmap into my futures trading room or my chat, mostly every day I post a short video, a recap of my trading, of my trades of the day. Then I explain how I trade VWAP, what profit or loss I made. I'm not making profit every day. It's also very common, but you can get a better imagination. And this money I mostly actually do with prop firms, yeah. So I don't have to risk my own money anymore to day trade. I make money through prop firms in day trading, take it out and invest it in long-term investments in stocks, for example. Time frame doesn't change the VWAP. No, exactly, time frame doesn't change the VWAP. I can put, let's say if we put the context time and VWAP together, I can make a VWAP which starts at the beginning of the month, beginning of the week, beginning of the day, beginning of the year. These are actually also important decision maker for me. The question is, do I want to wait like 3-4 weeks or a year to get a trade? No, I don't want. If I want to invest, yes, then these are very good entry points at a long-term VWAP. But for me in day trading, session VWAP, standard deviations, and then sometimes simply, like here, simply stupidly execute. So now we are going to wait that the market will go up to the 09, yeah, the next resistance, and probably to get another sell off like this. And this is what I am actually aiming for. In this case, to put this into play, we have the standard deviation here and we have the liquidity at 10. So now the question is always, because I'm really greedy, I don't want to use more than 5 ticks. I would actually place my order here 09, 10 point, stop would be exactly one tick above, could work. Where do we find AVWAP? Basically go to settings, configure add-ons, manage add-ons, and you can actually install it here. And on like TradingView, I like TradingView because it's so simple and fast. You go to where is it here, if you want, somewhere in this sort of here, projection, anchored VWAP, you make a star on it and you have it here on your timeline, on your favorite box, and you can enter it wherever you like. Now I have the big picture here in the ES, so I know if we come to this zone here, this point of control, 5144, point of control, VWAP, this zone, 65, VWAP, this zone. This is basically the daily analysis that I do before I start trading. Very, very great entry points. And I trade these in two ways. For day trades, I'm using my reversal pattern here, intraday. And well, if I trade longer term, I'm basically trading CFDs. It's not available for Americans, for US citizens, but it's also a nice way to actually catch longer time frame, longer trades. So now let's have a look. Okay, I still have the order. There, we take this out. AVWAP is not working properly on CT Bookmap. Well, I also am using still the developer version. I have to say this is working properly for me. And my rule is basically never change a winning system. If one system is running, I'm not going to change it because it always creates trouble. What about daily VWAP or the weekly? You prefer the 50 New York and 9 for London, right? Basically, I'm really not looking at London session. Forex live trading, I'm sleeping. I'm living in Europe, in Germany, but I am sleeping according to US times. So what happens in the morning during Europe time, I'm simply not available, not there. I'm switched off, and then I basically start to look at the markets around 2 p.m. 2:30, making my daily analysis and publishing it, and then I start with the US session. So some more questions. So now, well, let's have a look into a crazy market, and I want to show you some. That is CL, yeah, oil future. It's really, if you want to become a heavy day trader, well, you can most likely take any high and low. Yeah, I entered it here, and I will show you if we go into that micro view. The oil is very aggressive and very fast trading market. Now, if I see, sometimes I manage to make 100 trades or more in oil future a day. And as I was trading still in China, that was during 2008, I traded almost 1,000 contracts in one trade. That was huge. But at that time, the oil future was completely different from today. You see, we have a bottom here, yeah. And then what I'm looking at is always this emptiness. And I know somehow oil future is very predictable according to algo trading. We have this emptiness. The market is going back to VWAP here in this area. I would start to buy. And then we will always see a next push. If this is too fast, well, we have this bigger zone here, yeah, the black hole. Market touching VWAP, fire, booms. That is huge trading, and you can do that basically on the, well, let's look at here. Same here. Let me go into that a little bit here. Let's take this example. Market is coming here. Well, we have this little zone. You could find short entries here or here, and then you will get always this move into one direction, and you have your 20 ticks, or sometimes even more. This is also where you can use multi-brackets very good, because if oil is running, oil is running. So now let's see if we can get some real live examples. Then I have to configure multi-brackets for this one, configure add-ons. The multi-brackets. I would use CL. Now we need a, according to my, we need him all something like 8 ticks, and here we take like 16 and maybe around 30. Save, close. Now let's have a look what we can get here. Now we have an high. You know, I do not include my basic analysis right now. I know we are somewhere at the top in this zone, trying to enter the VWAP there. So now we simply start to get a short here. So send, like I said, these are simply demo trades. Yeah, now we assume we are creating this zone here now, this black hole, trying to catch the trade here and see if the market makes a reversal. So that's patience. You're something like a sniper. Your only job is to actually always move your order. So actually you have to do something. You are very focused by moving your order. And the rest is done more or less automatically. And also here I'm not willing to risk more than 8 ticks. Target could be somewhere below here. The trend is over. Yeah, at least maybe even 81.80. Yeah, if we can let one contract ride. So now we are starting to get the retest here. We're exactly at the VWAP level. So still didn't get, we see some liquidity is coming, but didn't get a fill yet. Okay, one tick lower. And while we are waiting, everyone can hit the like button here on YouTube. Now, since everything is working fine. And well, really, I'm really not willing to pay this price here. I'm really only want to get the price at VWAP. If the market is continuing to fall, okay, then I'm not lucky. Many times it happens like this, that my orders are at VWAP and I'm not getting filled. But if I enter here at this moment, I simply, my reward to risk ratio doesn't fit anymore. And over the long run, if you make 100,000 trades, you can get, well, not into trouble, but you simply lose money. And you cannot lose money if you're not inside a trade. So, first rule, always trade for tomorrow. So now, okay, now we came into that market and see if it's going to react. We see stop loss is set. We don't need to do anything right now. Even if the market probably makes a new low, I would consider to move my stop loss to break even, or the market is simply not ready yet. So we wait, we can see the market simply hit VWAP here. Now the question is, will the market hold or not? Okay, that looks okay. We see the reaction. What I'm doing now, we see we have the reaction. I don't know how strong the reaction is, but I simply move my stop loss a little bit lower, above, still above VWAP. This is how we're going to trail this thing. Simply be patient and wait. Can you share your Trader Map Pro filter for NQ? JMK, of course. Well, settings, configure add-ons. Okay, well, that's, can I see that here? Trader Map Pro, NQ, it's not changed by price. Show only orders that were not changed by price. I think that works at the moment. See, as long as the market stays below VWAP, we are still on course. So, have to wait a little bit. So now let's see if we get the first take profit. Now we are actually one tick before, but this is now the time for me where I simply put my SL to break even plus one tick. So now let's see what's going to happen. This is sometimes really luck or no luck, ne? So to get the fill. Okay, first take profit is hit, 460, and now let's see if we can take even a little bit more out of the trade. And now I'm going to simply trail my stop loss above VWAP. We love docs. Do you also trade Forex with VWAP? Yes, definitely. Forex, great way to trade VWAP, especially Euro US dollar, or also exotic pairs. They are very nice to trade. Definitely. Try to play around. This is my advice. Use your favorite Forex pairs. Try to look around what is which one you like, and then play around which VWAP. Daily VWAP, weekly VWAP, or if you play some intraday, you can see that there you will get very nice results, especially on a long term, on a daily time frame. Very great. So now Now that is the game why I use multi-brackets, yeah, to actually try to get more out of the trade. We are already break even +1, and now I will still trail my stop below above VWAP. And again, one tick below. Well, this is a very difficult job. Yeah, this is what I do every day, you know, just moving around the limit in bracket orders. Great tool. And slowly, 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 is the market moving. Moving my stop loss. You see, trading sometimes is a patient game, and this is also why I like to do live streams, yeah. At least you have some entertainment, and you learn a lot of things, I really have to say this. I'm learning a lot through you, and well, I would like to thank you, all of that. It makes my trading every day a little bit better. Same for gold. Definitely gold is also an amazing market. Every market, or in English market, that has enough liquidity, you can use the same strategy. And also please try to do it with stocks, especially on a daily time frame in the stock markets. It's amazing. Especially for long-term investments, if you want to build up your retirement plan, always buy when the huge Nasdaq stocks have enter the the daily VWAP. Maybe we can have some examples later. I just want to manage this trade here. You know, it's some now slowly, slowly, slowly. I just want to give you an example of how I actually execute the multi brackets. Okay, now we see some buying pressure coming in. Yeah, now my stop loss is safe here. As long as the market doesn't actually break above VWAP, the trend is still your friend. Yeah. So this is why I basically, if I trade pullbacks, I'm a trend trader. Yeah? It's, I just have a different or very aggressive approach to identifying trends. And it simply also works in sideways markets. Then you simply don't use the session VWAP, you use the standard deviations, which also work smoothly. So now let's come to hit the third, or my last take profit. I could actually now trail this simply my point of view, up to 80.84. Yeah, if this trend is still going, but that would probably kill the live stream. I simply want to show you that we can reach this level, and somehow also liquidity is showing up at the 82.45. I don't know why. Probably everyone is buying now here through the live stream on my demo trade. So if you have questions, feel free to ask. Yeah. And now again, if you start to consider to do prop trading, always try to find these trades. Yeah, from here to there. Do not wait too long. Try to catch more trades like this, because now I have some open profit. It would actually reduce your threshold drawdown. Think differently. There was this great word from counterintuitive from Jason. I like the word counterintuitive. Well, maybe let me ask you out, where are you all from? Are you all from which countries? I want to, yeah, this year I still will come to the United States, definitely to New York. Someone except Bruce in that area. Oh, he moves the stop loss again, one tick above VWAP.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Robert.
Yeah, I'm already planning, and yeah, really like to.
Excellent. Robert, we don't have to see this through.
Yeah,
if you're ready to, if you have more that you want to cover, then sure. Else we can wrap it up here at any time.
Yeah, then, well, I flattened this now. I'm fine. I'm out here. Now, if there are any questions, please ask them. Otherwise, we can wrap it up. Sydney, Brisbane. In Sydney, I lived in Sydney, in Bondi Junction, Tom, in 2004. In Abley Street. Austria, yeah. Well, if you have any questions, I'll give you another couple of minutes, and then we can actually... Otherwise, you can always ask questions in the community. How did I set up VWAP at the peak? Simply right-click and create anchored VWAP. Anchored VWAP here. California, nice. Is this your daily show? Well, basically, no, it's not my daily show. I am doing live streams in German language every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central European time, and on Thursdays 3 p.m. Central European time. This is, I think, 9 a.m. New York time.
Yes, and that's in English, right?
Yes, in English. Thursdays is English, Wednesdays is German. Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. I was in the Smoky Mountains last year, Jason, in Gatlinburg, watching the bears coming to our cabin. That was crazy. Very, very nice area. And well, now we have the best. Now the market actually went to the second TP, but well, just now for reference, always move your stop loss according to VWAP. Here in the oil, the second TP would be hit right now, but doesn't matter for information purpose. You must be patient to trade this if you want to catch the long trend. Always VWAP above the high, stop loss above the VWAP of the high. And then simply move on. Yeah, otherwise, if you want to learn more about trading, you can come to my website, robertrother.com. There is a German and English-speaking community. It's for free for everyone. And there are also interesting traders posting their trades and prop trading and with their own capital and talking about these strategies, how we can also use multi-brackets, how we can use VWAP, and we want to improve our results every day. And I also publish my trades on Bookmap channel in my Rother community, where I have a daily recap of what I did. I will also do this again with this in a short-term video, always like 1 or 2 minutes, that you get an understanding of how to analyze and make your trading better. Otherwise, Bruce, I also thank you and the Bookmap team to have me here, even if we had some troubles at the beginning, but this is like that.
No, no worries. Thank you so much, Robert. And
Yeah.
we'll have to do another one. Some really great stuff. Very, very interesting. And I'm sure there'll be lots of follow-up questions. So we'll do another one in the near future.
Definitely, and I have a lot more things to add. This was now the first one. If you put also in place the iceberg orders and so on, I discovered so many great things which I'm recording and implementing for myself right now, which we can even put on top of that.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, well, we'll have to get that set up.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you also, and then I would say take care and see you. Well, already tomorrow in the German-speaking live stream. Bye.